Hey everybody, it's Tracy Bun. This is gonna be a different video. It's gonna be kind of like my misogyny video. This is gonna be a serious issue I'm talking about, but I'm not going to take this video too seriously. Like, my problem is I keep wanting to script my videos. That just takes way too long because I take a long time to write and I want everything to be perfect. This video is just gonna be me talking freely because I have a lot of open thoughts about this. And I want other people to have open thoughts about this as well. I recently saw a video by a YouTuber called Max Martinez, and I wasn't originally going to talk about rage bait in this community because the way I feel about it is if we talk about it, it makes it worse. Like, we give them attention, that's what they want, then 5 more accounts are gonna pop up to get their share of attention, you know? And that's kind of what's been happening. Like, every time we give these rage baiters attention, it just makes the problem worse. So, like, the general advice for this problem has been just ignore them. Don't give them what they want. Well, now we kind of can't do that anymore because they're finding new ways to get our attention and it's working. Like, us ignoring them, they've kind of caught on and they've got smarter with it. And now people are faking screenshots. And if you guys don't know about the Rena Iconic situation, I'm not gonna go into details on it. Just the basics of what happened is there's a TikToker named Rena Iconic, and people basically like, this group of people faked a bunch of screenshots about her for no reason, like literally no reason. It was just for fun, I guess. Like, I don't understand why, but they did. And I was one of the people that believed that, like, I saw the post about it, like, with these screenshots, and it was like showing Rena saying like transphobic slurs and stuff, and I just saw that and I was like, wow. And I didn't think twice about it because I've seen high tiers talk like that before. It's very common in high tier, unfortunately, to talk like that. So I didn't think twice about it. I was like, yeah, that seems like something a high tier would do because I see it so often. But those screenshots turned out to be completely fake. Rena is not a bad person. I'm embarrassed that I ever believed that post without giving it a second thought. If you also fell for that, it's not your fault. I feel like people are blaming the people that fell for it when we should be blaming the person or the group of people that made that to begin with. It's their fault. Those fake screenshots did have mistakes in them, and that's why people caught on. But what happens next time when there aren't any mistakes? What happens when the screenshots look real and you can't tell they're fake? What's gonna happen when they get even smarter? Because the fact that fooled so many people to begin with, that's a bad sign. Like, it's getting worse. Ignoring them is making the problem worse when that was literally our only way to combat it, I guess. So now there's like nothing that we are doing that's working. And it's not just faking screenshots. If you guys have seen the Geisha Love situation, and I originally wasn't going to speak on these issues, and I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to go into detail on them. Somebody literally faked an entire identity, pretending to be Geisha Love's girlfriend, lying and saying that she died, and the whole community believed it. I'm not like making fun of people for believing it because I also believed it. And you're not stupid for believing it because who would lie about that? Like, we don't think twice about it because who would lie about that, you know? It's like, I don't understand these people. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense. It's one thing to lie on the internet about yourself. You don't want to tell somebody where you live, your real name. It's okay to lie on the internet when it comes to certain things. But to get on the internet and like start a whole fake rumor or a fake identity to ruin somebody else's reputation or to just start something unnecessary, I don't understand that. What are you getting out of that? I don't get it. I would like to understand, because even though I don't agree with it, there's nothing I can do to stop it. I at least want to understand why it's happening. And there are so many of these accounts. And these aren't small accounts either. Like, I made a joke on a TikTok video that these accounts have like 10 followers and they're making these crazy videos for what? Honestly, I didn't want to admit it to myself, but these accounts are big accounts. There's one account that's got almost 700 followers and they just post rage bait. And it's horrible, like, videos. It's horrible things they're saying. And everyone just eating it up. Like, you got people hating on these videos in the comments, but you're still engaging with it. You are still seeking out the video. People are liking these videos. People are still engaging with them. You're just giving them more engagement. Even if it's negative engagement, you're still giving them that. But, you know, I can't even come on here and tell you, you know, you need to stop interacting because that's not even working anymore because they're just finding new ways to trick us now. And it's working. Only thing we can do now at this point is to just be overly skeptical of everything you see. And I don't want the community to be like that because if it's like that, then when somebody actually gets called out for doing something bad, then we're just going to automatically think it's rage bait. like every other post. And we're not gonna give that situation the attention it needs and hold that person accountable, because we're just gonna be like, it's probably just another rage bait post. Do you see how this is a problem? And if any of those rage bait accounts are watching this video by any chance, I'm sure they are, because they love attention. I'm sure they're like scratching at their desks, like little claw marks in their fucking desk right now. Like, Tracy Bond, please say my name. Like, they want attention so bad. They'll do anything for it. I don't get it. What do you want attention so badly for? I don't, what's this attention drug that you all crave so badly that you're willing to ruin innocent people's lives over it? And you don't get how bad the things you're doing or saying affects people. You really don't. And I'm sure most of these rage bait accounts are young people. They're being run by either children or teenagers. I used to act very off on the internet. I'm sure most people have seen the things I used to say in English 1. I didn't used to post rage bait like what these people post. I didn't like start fake rumors about people or anything to that magnitude, but I used to say weird shit in English chat to get attention. And what I can tell you is you are going to end up regretting that once you get older. Especially when I was 18, 19. I said and did a lot of weird shit to get attention. And now that I'm older, I'm 22 now, I can tell you I am ashamed of the way I used to act on the internet and in real life. It's not worth it. Like, you're going to regret it. You're going to be embarrassed. And the things you're doing is going to stick with you because you can't erase anything off the internet. It will follow you into your adult life. It will follow you into your work life. It'll affect your ability to get into colleges later. Like, you think digital footprint isn't real? It is. I promise you are going to regret the things you're doing right now. Take it from somebody. Like, if you don't want to take it from anybody else, take it from me. Somebody who's actually been sort of like you. I'm directing this to these rage bait accounts. Like, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. Like, I don't know what's going on in your life that's causing you to act out like that on the internet. Clearly, it must be something very bad. If you need a friend, if you need somebody to talk to, come talk to me. DM me on TikTok. I won't judge you. Kind of over that, you know? I used to be a really negative person in the community. I used to post really weird stuff for attention. Again, not anything to the magnitude that some of these people on TikTok are posting, but I did used to say weird things for attention. I know that mindset. It is really destructive, not only to you, but to everyone around you. And you will be so much happier once you move past that. I promise. The negative attention you're getting now, you can turn that into positive attention. If you think you're getting crazy views off these rage bait videos and you're like, well, I don't want to keep making them, but it's getting me the attention I want. Why don't you turn that into positive content? Like, this community needs positive role models. And I feel like the lack of them is the reason why people are pushing this kind of content, this negative content. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't understand why this community wants to tear down content creators so badly. I really don't get it. Like, Identity 5 TikTok is horrible. Luckily, it's not spread to Identity 5 YouTube just yet. I don't know about the Identity 5 community on other platforms. Like, I know Identity 5 Twitter, people say that's pretty bad. I'm not really very active there, so I wouldn't know. Or Identity 5 Instagram, I don't know anything about that. But I do know about Identity 5 YouTube and TikTok, and what I can say is Identity 5 YouTube is probably the least toxic of all four. I don't really see much toxicity at all on Identity 5 YouTube, and it's kind of just got me thinking, like, when's it gonna come here? When do I have to worry about it? Like, I can just delete my TikTok if it gets too overwhelming. Like, if I don't want to be on there anymore, I can just delete it. I can just be done with it. I can't do that with YouTube because I like YouTube. This is where majority of my community is my platform. And I do have somewhat of a platform on Identity 5 TikTok too, but it's not as important to me. Like, I can delete that app and I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't really care that much. But YouTube is different. I like YouTube. I like being here. I like this community on YouTube. And I like the community on TikTok too. I think it's not beyond saving. I think it's overwhelmingly negative right now, but I don't think it's going to be like that forever, or I hope it won't be like that forever. I think a lot of these people that are posting rage bait are just kids that are misguided. I don't assume any adults are making content like this. If you are, I don't know what to say to you. I really don't. I have nothing good to say to you. I just assume that most of the people posting things like this are children or teenagers and are just immature and don't understand the full reality of the things they're posting. In that video I mentioned earlier, by Max Martinez, they said they didn't have any answers. I also don't have any answers. I don't know what to do either. because we can't ignore them anymore, but we also can't give them attention. So I'm not really sure what to do here. I don't think anyone is. That's not a good sign. The way we're moving is not a good sign. I don't like that the majority of content on Identity 5 TikTok is negative content. It's rage bait. It's call out posts. It's videos hating on creators. And even the posts that aren't rage bait, the comments are full of negativity, just making me wonder, like I said before, when's that coming here? When do I have to worry about that? Because I can leave Identity 5 TikTok whenever I want. But what about the people whose main platforms are on there? I got friends whose main platforms are on Identity 5 TikTok. I think the majority of this community interacts with Identity 5 content from TikTok. They don't, like, the majority of the community isn't on YouTube, it's on TikTok. And the fact that the majority of the community is on TikTok means the majority of them are interacting with this negative content, with the rage bait. Like I said, I don't have any answers. I have suggestions, I have ideas. My DMs are open if you want to talk. I don't care if you want to make a rage bait video about me. If you want to make fun of me, go ahead. I'd rather it be me than somebody else. I've had multiple rage bait accounts already make videos about me. I'm like the prime suspect #1 for these sorts of things. You know, if that makes you feel better, you can take your anger out on me. You can get attention off of me. I don't care. Let it be me rather than somebody else. But if you want to talk, you can DM me. I will not judge you because I used to be like you. So somewhat. Some of you, I don't know. I was not that bad, but I won't judge you. But I do want to know why you don't want to make positive content instead of negative content. Like, why don't you want people to like you? You know, you don't need people to hate you to get attention. You can make good content. You could be a positive role model in the community. There's not many of those anymore. I'd say the only one we have really is Z's. Like, he's probably the only big positive role model in the community after Persuadable left. And yeah, there's other big content creators that are good positive influences on the community, but the only one I would really call a role model is Z's. He is an incredibly positive influence on the community, and anybody can be like that. Like, even some of these rage bait accounts, like, you don't have to post things like that to get attention. You can post good things. You can be a good positive influence. You do not have to tear other people down to get attention. There's no reason for that. And you probably don't want to listen to Tracy Bond telling you this, so stop doing it so I can stop making videos talking about stupid things like this, okay? If you have any thoughts you'd like to share on this topic, please do. If you got any ideas, if you have posted rage bait before, or if you are currently posting it and you'd like to talk to me, you know where to find me. DM me on TikTok or even Discord. I don't care. I don't really care. I'll hear you out. I'll listen to you and I won't make fun of you. Probably. Depends on what you say to me. That's really the only approach I can think of to fix this issue, is to try to understand these people, try to see where they're coming from, because there's a reason they're doing this. No one should have to go through this. Lies being made up about them, like being driven out of the community by these rage bait accounts. Nobody deserves that. Like I said, I don't have an answer. This is an open discussion. Feel free to leave anything in the comments. Anything you got, I'll take it. I think I'm gonna make more like just talking videos like this because this community needs them. Like, we need people to talk about stuff like this because we can't just ignore it. As much as I want to be like, guys, just ignore these accounts, they'll go away. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you the names of these accounts so you'll go engage with them, but I'm not going to completely shut up about them anymore because somebody's got to say something. And I'm glad people are saying something now. It sucks it had to get this far for me to say something. I should have made a video a long time ago because I wanted to, and I didn't. And now it's gotten this far, so go check out Max Martinez's video. They made a great video on this topic. They also made other great videos like about toxicity in the fandom. And that's really all I got for now, and I'll see you in the next video.